Adjust the step button to find a suitable operation position. Remove the nylon plate. Adjust the step button to find a suitable position to remove the cup mold. Loosen the top screw and take it out smoothly. You can take down all of the cup mold by the same method. Take down all and complete the removal of the cup mold. Remove the curling stove. Draw out after having loosened 4 screws. Take down the first curling plate. Loosen the screws of the second plate. Take down the second curling plate. Take out the curling cover at last. Remove the knurling stove. Take down the aluminum ring. Loosen the screws on the knurling plate. Knurling wheel is tight, you can take it out by other tool. Then the knurling plate can be taken down. Remove two blowing stove. Take down the blowing cover after having removed the screws. Just take out the middle screw for the stove core. Remove the second blowing stove by the same method. Remove the bottom folding stove. Loosen 4 screws. After having pulled out oil pipe, you can take down the 2 plates directly. Now, the removal of the blowing stove part is completed. Remove the paper feeder before removing the bottom paper cutter mold. Unscrew the screws. Loosen the connecting rod. And remove the connection. It can be removed by pulling out the connected air hose. Bottom cutting device needs to remove the first layer first. Unscrew the 4 screws on the corners. The first layer can be removed. Lower cutter mold section loosens 4 buckle screws. The lower cutter and the inner cutter can be removed. Removal of the bottom paper cutting mold is completed. Loosen the braces and take out the nylon rod. Remove the 3 screws which lock the mold head. Then you can draw out the nylon rod. Take out the brackets from 2 sides. You need spanner and hex wrench at the same time to remove the screws on the robot hand. Remove screws on another side by the same method. Pull out the oil pipe from the mold head. After having removed the screws from the mold head, you can take out the mold head. Remove the feeding paper shaft. Adjust the step button, let the robot hand open just like in the video. Loosen the fixed sheet iron and take it out. You can take out the robot hand and the fixed ring of the top by a slight knock. Adjust the step button, make the nylon head which is used to flip the cup to a suitable position. It can be taken out after having loosened screws. Now we have completed the disassembly of the mold head part. Assembly of the cup mold. First, screw back the support rod to the outer mold. Replace the spring. The spring needs the grease to maintain the lubrication. Install the big turntable to the original position. Go to tighten the screws on the top and complete the assembly of the single cup mold. Adjust step button and install the other cup molds one by one. After installation of the cup mold, you can confirm and adjust. Replace nylon ring to nylon plate. Make the nylon head stay in the middle of the nylon circle after installation. Make sure the suckers are aligned with the center of the nylon circle. Top pole is aligned with the plate surface. Install back the air blower pipe. The tube sleeve is more than 2 cm away from the plate surface. Put on cup collector cover. Align the concave point of second bottom folding plate with the point of the tube. The single-coated version has no concave point and can be installed directly. Align the concave point of first bottom folding plate oil pipe with the point of the tube. The single-coated version has no oil pipe and can be installed directly. The concave point and the oil pipe are especially for the double-coated paper cup. After confirmation, tighten the screws. Connect the oil pipe and finish the installation of bottom folding furnace. The air-blowing furnace needs to install the furnace core first. Tighten screws. After covering the blower cover, tighten the screws. Finish the installation of number 1 blowing furnace. Install the number 2 blowing furnace in the same steps. The installation of the knurling furnace. Align the screw holes and install the knurling plate. Tighten the screws. Tap the surface of the plate to make it fit properly. Tighten the screws again to ensure a good fit. Put the heating aluminum ring back on. Curling furnace installation. First place the curling blade. Install the screws to fix it. Align the holes and place the studs. Align the studs and place the second layer of curling plate. Tighten the screws to fix it. Finally, fix the first layer of curling plate. The screws need to be put on in order and then installed. After confirming that everything is correct, tighten the screws. Press to confirm function is normal. Complete the installation of the curling furnace. Finish the installation of the blowing furnace. The first thing you need to do is to assemble the bottom cutter mold set. Fix the upper cutter in the first inner ring. Inner cutter set on lower cutter. Then set with the upper cutter blade. Tap it to make it stronger. Keep it in place so it can't come off. The first layer of panels aligns the holes and put on. Fix the 4 panel screws. Align the large spring to install the prepared bottom paper cutter mold combination. Confirming the position, you can tighten the screws of the first inner ring. To ensure that the distance is stable, you can use a plug ruler to adjust. Keep the pusher from touching the upper cutter. Tighten the screws further to lock the position while adjusting. If there's too much clearance, you can tap the inner ring to adjust it. After confirming the gap of the whole circle, you can lock the inner circle screws. Adjust the step button to press the second layer into full contact with the lower cutter. Put back the 4 clips and screws to fix the lower cutter. After fixing, adjust the step button to separate the upper cutter from the lower cutter. Remove the first full panel again. Place the spring. Align the holes and square up the pallet. Install the studs. Tighten the screws. Fixed pallet and presses the upper cutter. Tested correctly and installed back into the first panel. Fix the 4 panel screws. Adjust the step button to test normal cutting of the bottom cutter mold combination. The installation of the bottom paper cutting mold is finished. Reinstalling the paper fan feeder. Locking screw. Connecting rod. The installation of the bottom paper cutting section is finished. The installation of the robot hand and fixed ring. Three fixed rings in each side of robot hand. Tap until it is smooth, install the fixed iron sheet back. Lay down the robot hand by adjusting step button. Install the robot hand screws and nuts in sequence. Tighten the nut with the hexagon wrench and spanner. Complete the installation of robot hand. The mold head is inserted in the position. This hole position must be facing up, such as location showed in the video. Lock the nut after confirmation. Install the nylon rod. Lock the screw to secure the position. Install the bracket back. Plug in the oil pipe. Replace the nylon head which used to flip the cup. Adjust the mold head after completion. Make sure that this plane is flat and aligned with the ultrasonic head. If it is not flat, adjust the screw and ultrasonic head. After confirming that everything is correct, the installation of the half-set mold is finished.